Everyone, in this video we will see how the operational amplifier works as a adder and a differentiator. That is, it works as a summer. Summer means an adder, and it can also be used as a subtractor. So this summer or the adder circuit is the one which provides an output voltage proportional or equal to algebraic sum of two or more input voltages multiplied by a constant gain factor is called an adder or a summer. So this is the circuit of the summer, where you can see the inverting input terminal is grounded, and the non-inverting terminal you already have a feedback, just like as I told you. Then the three voltages which has to be added is provided at the inverting input terminal. So the voltages which are supposed to be added, there you can call it as voltage A, voltage B and voltage C. It is provided through three resistors, RA, RB and RC. The currents passing through RA is I1, the current passing through RB is I2, and current passing through RC is I3. And the current at non-inverting terminal, they have called it as IB, and the current at the feedback terminal as IF. So if you apply KCL at node V1, so your node of V1 is, that is the inverting input node, the sum of the currents at this node, that is I1 plus I2 plus I3 at this node, is equal to the sum of the other two currents IB plus IF. You know KCL. Since input resistance Ri of an op amp is very large, therefore IB is approximately equal to 0. So this IB factor, it becomes approximately equal to 0. So since this turns to 0, you are left out with I1 plus I2 plus I3 approximately equal to IF. Now what is this I1? I1 is nothing but VA minus V1 divided by RA. Okay, so here I1, VA minus this V1 divided by this resistance, Ohm's law. Next, what is this I2? This I2 is VB minus V1 divided by this resistance RB, and similarly this I3 is VC minus this V1 divided by RC. And similarly, what is this IF? IF is V1 minus V0 divided by this resistor RF. Okay, since V1 is equal to V2 equal to 0, in this case we have all this V1 and V2 V1 will go off, and you are left out with V0 by VA by RA plus VB by RB plus VC by RC equals V0 by RF by removing V1. So if you cross multiply and solve for this equation, you get V0 is equal to minus of RF by RA into VA plus RF by RB into VB plus RF by RC into VC, if you solve for this equation. Okay, you take it to RHS, cross multiply. If the circuit, if RA equal to RB equal to RC is equal to R, if all the three resistance, if you treat it as R, what happens? It becomes V0 is equal to minus RF by R. All these three becomes common, so minus RF by R into VA plus VB plus VC. So the above equation indicates that the three input voltages VA, VB and VC are added by the circuit, and therefore the circuit is known as adder or summer. So it will add all the voltages and it gives the output. In fact, it is possible to add any number of inputs using this circuit. In order to add n input voltages, we must employ n resistors. So in this case, they have taken example of 3 input voltages along with the 3 resistors. In case if you want to add more number of voltages, you need, for example, if you are taking 6, so you need 6 resistors to be added. Okay, so that's how it works. The summer will work. So it's called as adder or a summer. So in this equation in 3.26, if RA equal to RB equal to RC is equal to RF, so it means if all these 3 resistors are equal and this resistor is also equal, what happens? So it will be output voltage is equal to negative sum of all the input voltages. So therefore V0 is equal to minus of VA plus VB plus VC. Okay. Now we will see how this summer works in non-inverting configuration. In earlier thing you saw, the input voltages were applied to the inverting terminal. Okay, so here the circuit slight changes are, you are giving the input voltages to the non-inverting terminal, and the inverting terminal remains with the feedback, and this resistance is connected to the ground at this side. The only change you make is, instead of giving the voltages to be added at the inverting terminal, you are giving at the non-inverting terminal. So let us see what are the changes you can see here. So since input resistance of non-inverting amplifier is very large, we can employ superposition theorem to obtain voltage at non-inverting input terminal. So what is this V2? V2 will be equal to R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2 into VA, plus R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2 into VB, plus R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2 into VC. So by applying the superposition theorem. Next, V2 is equal to VA by 3 plus VB by 3 plus VC by 3. If you solve for this, so this is nothing but VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. The output voltage V0 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into V2. So substituting this equation in the above equation, you get V0 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. Therefore, the output voltage V0 is equal to the gain 1 plus RF by R1 times the average of all input voltages. Hence, it is called an average amplifier. Okay. So, if the gain 1 plus RF by R1 in the above equation is equal to the number of inputs, the output voltage becomes equal to the sum of all input voltages. That is, if 1 plus RF by R1 is equal to 3, then V0 is equal to VA plus VB plus VC. So now we will see what is a subtractor. So as I told you, what the subtractor means, it subtracts or takes the difference between the input voltages. Okay, a basic differential amplifier, so which is also called as a differential amplifier. The inputs are applied to both inverting and non-inverting. Okay, we had earlier discussed it earlier. So it may be used as a subtractor. So differential amplifier can be used as a subtractor. Okay, why? Because the inputs are applied at both inverting and non-inverting terminals. Then if all the resistors are equal, then the output voltage can be derived by using superposition principle. So in this you can see that the inverting terminal is same along with the feedback resistor, and you are providing one voltage at one end, and for the non-inverting terminal also you are providing another voltage. Okay, so you are considering all the resistances as equal. Okay, so two voltages you are providing, one voltage is called VA and one more is called VB. To find the output voltage V0A due to VA alone, make VB as 0, then the circuit becomes non-inverting amplifier. So one way of finding it is, you have to make VB as 0 to find voltage only because of VA, and one more way is make VA equal to 0 and find voltage at only because of VB. So we have V2 is equal to R by R plus R into VA by superposition. So if you simplify this, it becomes half VA. So therefore V0A is equal to 1 plus R by R into V2. And if you solve for this, it becomes V0A is equal to 2 times V2. Substituting this in this particular equation, VOA equals 2 into half into VA if you substitute in this equation. So you get V0A is equal to VA itself. Similarly, to find output voltage V0B due to VB alone, make VA as 0. First you made VB as 0, now you are making VA as 0. The circuit becomes inverting amplifier with gain minus R by R is equal to minus 1. Earlier you had made this as 0 and calculated the output only because of VA, and now you are making this as 0 and calculating output voltage because of VB. So what happens? The gain will be minus R by R is equal to minus 1. Therefore V0B is equal to minus R by R into VB. So V0B is equal to minus VB, negative voltage. Thus the total output voltage V is equal to V0A plus V0B. The total output voltage here is this voltage due to this, which is V0B, and voltage due to this, which is V0A, which is sum of V0A plus V0B. Therefore, substituting in the above equation, you get V0 is equal to VA minus VB. That's how you take the difference. Thus, the output voltage V0 is equal to the voltage VA applied to the non-inverting terminal minus voltage VB applied to the inverting terminal. Therefore, the circuit is called subtractor.